Hello and welcome from Frankfurt. My name is Daniel.
And my name is Lisa.
And we are testing the Canon PowerShot G9X. Hello guys and welcome to another review today from Frankfurt. We're here near the European Central Bank. And today we'll be testing out the Canon PowerShot G9X in the Mark II version with
Lisa.
Yeah, enjoy this review in English, and if you have any questions, leave me a comment below. Thanks for watching. Hello dear followers and subscribers. I came to the idea to give you the opportunity to write me an email. The email is down there. If you have any questions, just state them. And if you have any wishes concerning any reviews, just let me know. So for instance, can you do a review about the Canon 500mm f5.6 or something like that? Just write me an email. And if you have any questions concerning a camera, just let me know. I'm not 100% sure if I can answer all of your questions or concerns, but nevertheless I try to. So don't be upset if I don't write you back within the first time or something, because I have to do a lot of stuff. So I'm probably not guaranteed that I will send you back an email, but nevertheless I try to. So, or if you have any products that I should test out for you, let's say you have this tripod and you have no platform where you can show the world what your tripod is capable to do, just send me an email and I will do that for you, maybe. So thanks for watching and now have fun watching this review. Bye bye und bis bald, ciao.
Oh, that's the good looking box of the G9X Mark II, which is not that different compared to the previous box. In the box is a user manual, which you don't need anymore after this video. Of course, you find a charger for the included battery. In this case it's the NB13L battery with its 1250 mAh. That's it. There's no connecting cable for your computer and no SD card either. So you need a card reader at home to transfer the photos and videos to your Mac or PC. I recommend a fast writing SD card due to the higher burst and frame rate of the G9X2. Let's continue with the specs of the G9X2. First of all, the camera looks really nice and kind of an upper class camera. At the side is space for a Wi-Fi button to connect with your smartphone or tablet. The big 3-inch touch LCD has a resolution of 104 million dots and covers 100%. That's why there are just a few buttons left, because you can change all the settings via the screen at the back. A small pen for your thumb, that should improve the grip of the camera. And no, you can't tilt the monitor, that's why it's not the best option for selfies. If you want to use the camera for video blogs, I recommend the included Wi-Fi to have an idea of what you're filming. On the other side is a micro USB and a mini HDMI port. On top is not much left except for mode dial and the shutter button with the included pop-up flash. You can use the little flash for backlight shots or selfies. So on the next party you will be the king for the party shots, I suppose. And just to avoid any questions, it does not have a hot shoe and no port to attach an external microphone. But you may adjust the sound audio level manually. Via the touchscreen you can swipe through all your photos like you're used to it with your smartphone. The Canon PowerShot G9X is super easy to use and fits super easy in many jeans. This camera is super easy to use due to its colored menu and its touch display. A nice camera for advanced users due to the manual control options, as well as for beginners, such as children and food freaks. The maximum exposure time is 30 seconds for a night shot and the minimum exposure time is at about 2,000 of a second. Let's continue with the next topic, the autofocus system of the G9X2. You have 31 AF points in total, but you can't select them manually. The touch focus worked quite nice and precise as well. 8.2 photos a second are possible in RAW, and if you wish to take your photos in JPEG with a fast writing SD card, you will be able to shoot 102 photos in JPEG with 5.3 photos a second. So next time you're at the skate park with your children, you can show them their movement and every detail. The AF tracking worked really nice as well, so as face tracking during video recording. As I said before, the Canon PowerShot G9X Mark II fits almost really good in most hands, but that depends on your hand size as well.
I recommend to try this camera before buying it for almost 450 euros. The G9X of the second generation is equipped with a 5-axis image stabilizer to compensate small vibrations or to allow you a longer exposure time when you take a shot handheld. It's really nice if you are interested in taking video footage as well. I'm gonna give you now the ultimate hardcore image stabilizer test to see if it can cope with extreme vibrations as well. Enjoy! This camera has two major specs, which makes it quite nice for vloggings. One major thing, it's equipped with a nice lens and a fast aperture and the big 1-inch sensor. Another cool thing is that it fits into almost every jeans or other pockets. But there are two disadvantages as well, which makes this camera not really usable for vlogs. You can't tilt the display and you won't be able to connect an external microphone to the camera. Anyways, I found the audio quality with the internal microphone of the G9X2 quite nice as well. Lisa will give you now a small example from the windy European Central Bank Park. How do you like the audio quality? Write a comment below and enjoy.
Lisa, and today I'm testing the Canon PowerShot G9X in version 2. Unfortunately, I can't see myself because there's no flip screen, but let's see how it works. Bye! Ciao jetzt!
To be honest with you, I don't know about the... As most of the cameras nowadays are equipped with many presets for different scenes, so is the G9X2 equipped as well. The upper mode dial offers a little option to use the scene mode. With that scene mode, you have some pre-built presets, such as a fisheye effect, a soft focus for better portraits or a miniature effect as well. Of course, you have probably seen these presets on your smartphone already, but if you don't use Photoshop or something similar, you might benefit of having them on your camera already. The Canon PowerShot G9X lets you shoot videos as well. Per clip you can record maximum 29 minutes and 59 seconds, but that depends on the available space on your SD card as well. You can shoot with a maximum frame rate of up to 60 frames per second, but you may downgrade the frame rate as well, if you change from NTSC to PAL inside the yellow menu. With 60 frames per second you can shoot slow motion footage and overall the footage looks more fluent and professional. The fast aperture helps you to get this blur background that most people love. So you will be able to isolate your subject, take a great interview and great food shots. During daylight recording you will find yourself in a situation where the final footage will be overexposed. If you take the video with a fast aperture of, let's say, 3.2 or 4. But Canon has a solution for this scenario as well. The included ND filter that takes about 3 stops away from your current setting. That's a nice feature which was already included in the previous version as well. With the mode dial near the lens you can adjust a lot of settings. Standard mode for this dial is the aperture that will change as soon as you adjust the dial. By tipping on the exposure time on the screen and then turning the dial will change the exposure. The same will happen to the ISO and other settings. You can step through the menu as well or use it as a quick option to go through your photos during playback. Let's continue with the possible macro shots that you can get out of this beauty. The closest focusing distance with the Canon PowerShot G9X is at about 5 cm, which is nearly 2 inches. Doing wide angle shots. If you wish to take any photos with your telezoom, it will increase the distance to 35 cm, which is nearly 13.8 inches. That's super nice if you're interested in taking any food, flower or detail shots. Especially with the fast aperture of f2 you'll be able to set your focus like you see it on many DSLR cameras as well. These files are available for download, take a look in the description below. By the way, this video was taken with the Canon EOS 5D Mark IV and the Canon 24-105mm and the 24mm f1.4. I got asked a lot of times how is it possible to set the focus so either the fore or the background gets blurred out. That's possible by adjusting the aperture. The smaller the number on your lens is, the more you benefit of this effect. In this case we have a maximum aperture of f2, which is really good, especially during low light conditions. But be aware that you have a variable aperture as well. The more you zoom in, the more light you will lose and the less is this effect pronounced. Try it by yourself. The Canon PowerShot G9X is equipped with Wi-Fi, NFC and Bluetooth as well. So you can easily connect your smartphone and tablet to the camera without using any cable. It works on iOS as well as on Android devices. For some strange reason we could not switch between the photo and video mode on the app. But it was possible to transfer the video files that we've already taken onto my iPhone 6s. After you have successfully connected the camera with your phone or tablet, you can control the camera through the Canon Camera Connect app, which is available for free on the Android and iOS App Store. A link in the description below will guide you to one of my videos that helps you to set up the connection. The last topic before we start our conclusion is the low-light performance of the Canon PowerShot G9X II. After testing this camera for nearly 5 hours, we decided to stay a bit longer in Frankfurt to see if the 1-inch sensor does a good job with the new Digic 7 processor. By the way, the maximum ISO during video recording is at about 3200. The overall performance is quite good till ISO 1600. As soon as you start to increase the ISO over 1600, you will notice the grain and the dark tones get a bit muddy. But nevertheless a great camera for low light shots, especially with the wide angle and the fast aperture of f2. And finally, the conclusion. I've done a review about the G9X about 1.5 years ago, and since then, nothing really changed. Wow! Now we can shoot with up to 8.2 instead of 6.1 photos a second. The G9X II has a new sensor which is made for a better performance, especially during low light conditions. For about 440 euros at the moment, it's not the cheapest digital camera for your pocket. The low light performance on it is great and you can take photos in RAW and JPEG. To take photos with the maximum aperture makes a lot of fun and the video mode works quite nice as well. A major point which is quite disappointing is the missing flip screen, which would make many people more happy. If you have the Mark I version, I would say you better save the money and keep it. If you're interested in getting the G9X II, you won't make a mistake if you take the new version. If you have any questions, leave me a comment below. Thank you Lisa and Canon Deutschland for the camera. See you soon and tschüss from Frankfurt. Bye bye.